Echoes of Betrayal by Japi Mazwi. Chapter 22. Burnt Offerings and Blessings. January 2nd, 2009. Bean's private business in Johannesburg turned out to be a disguised blessing in my life. When I needed anyone to help me make sense of how I'd landed in that hospital bed, God gently nudged him into my path. Without his advance warning, I might never have convinced the nurses or doctors of what had truly happened to me. He made several trips between Johannesburg and Musina, hovering like a protective shadow, before finally returning to collect me. But on one of those visits I thought, no, I felt, I saw her. That short woman with the soft puppy eyes from the Limpopo River. She passed silently by the hospital window like a ghost caught in a slipstream. Beans sat by my bedside with his back to the glass, unaware. I stared, transfixed, praying she'd reappear. She didn't. Beans noticed my bewildered gaze and asked what I'd seen. I brushed it off, dismissing the vision with a quiet, nothing. Unwilling to trust my own eyes, let alone burden him with my confusion. When he finally came to take me home, he drove a hired BMW X5, black leather seats, chrome trimmings, circular air vents purring cool air like whispers. The ride was smooth, dreamlike. It floated. Outside, the road curled and bent like a question mark, threading through rugged hills and bored tunnels through mountains' feet. I watched the land roll by and thought, this country tried to bury me, but look at me now, rescued and restored. Beans was right. I was lucky. He and Ice had been best friends for over 15 years. Beans stood tall, 6 foot something with a bald head that gleamed under the sun and a noticeable gap where his front tooth used to live. Ice teased him mercilessly about both, saying the bald head scared off all the women, which explained his stubborn bachelorhood well into his 30s. Zimbabwean parents possess a curious poetry when naming their children. Beans, for instance, earned his name after his parents celebrated a bumper harvest of, yes, beans. His name was a commemoration, a living memory of abundance. And Ice? His full name was Ice Cold Beer. Apparently, an uncle who once worked at a golf pub admired a white patron's ritual of ordering his drink with flair. Ice cold beer! When the uncle's nephew was born, he gave the child a name drawn from that fond echo of colonial intoxication. There's always a story behind a name. Some are poems, some are punchlines. When we reached Johannesburg, Beans pulled into a service station to refuel. But just as he stepped out of the car, a red BMW saloon behind us surged forward, missing him by a whisker. He leapt back, barely escaping the vehicle's kiss. Tires screamed. The car slammed to a halt. 3 men burst out, hoods pulled low, guns raised like questions no one wanted to answer. The driver stayed behind the wheel, engine growling. "Give me your car keys, dog shit! Give me the keys, son of a single mother!" One of them barked, jamming the barrel of a pistol toward Beans's face. Without protest, Beans handed over the keys. One of them slid into the driver's seat like it had always belonged to him. Another jumped in the back. The third made a beeline for my side. "Get out of the car, dog!" he roared. My limbs hesitated, sluggish and confused. In a flash of rage, he grabbed my arm and flung me out of the vehicle like discarded meat. I hit the ground hard, head colliding with the garage wall. Pain rang through my skull like a church bell. I screamed. Then my crutches came flying after me, clattering beside me like mockery. I lay there, tangled in weakness and rage. Beans stood paralyzed, helpless. A tall shadow in a nightmare he couldn't rewrite. The carjackers slammed the doors shut and disappeared into the traffic, leaving only the echo of screeching tires and chaos. Beans took off after them, shouting curses into the wind. But they were long gone into the city's anonymous sprawl. He returned to my side, breathless, rage still coursing through him, and helped me up with trembling hands. He called the police immediately. Later, we took a taxi home, silent, bruised, but alive. The BMW was never recovered.
Every betrayal leaves an echo. Chapter 23 is coming next. Get your copy of Echoes of Betrayal on Amazon and Gumroad. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next chapter.